Comrade President and African Head of State, Comrade Head of Delegation, good morning. It is an honor for me this morning to speak here and to convey to you the fraternal greetings of the people from the land of upright men. It is also the place for me, before any remarks, to give thanks to God, Almighty God, who has allowed us to gather here this morning in good health to talk about the future and the well-being of our peoples. I would like to apologize to the elders whom I might offend in my forthcoming remarks. Africanness obliges, birthrights, I must apologize. Comrade, I have some questions from my generation. 1,001 questions that we ask ourselves. But we have no answers. And it so happens that here we can air our dirty laundry because we feel like family. We feel like family in the sense that Russia is also a family for Africa. It is a family because we share the same history. Russia made enormous sacrifices to liberate the world from Nazism during the Second World War. The African peoples, our grandfathers, were forcibly deported as well to help Europe rid itself of Nazism. We share the same history in the sense that we are the forgotten peoples of the world. Whether in history books, documentaries, or films, there is a tendency to overlook the significant role that Russia and Africa played in this fight against Nazism. We are together because currently we are here to talk about the future of our peoples, about what will happen tomorrow, about this free world we aspire to, a world without interference in our internal affairs. We have the same perspectives, and I hope that this summit will be an opportunity to forge very good relations for a better future for our peoples. The questions that my generation is asking are as follows. If I may summarize, it is not understanding how Africa, with so many riches beneath our soil, with the generous nature of water, sun, in abundance, is today the poorest continent. Africa is a hungry continent. And how is it that we have heads of state traveling the world, begging? These are questions we are asking ourselves, and we have not found answers so far. We have the opportunity to forge new relationships, and I hope that these relationships can be the best to provide a better future for our people. My generation also tasks me with saying that due to this poverty, they are forced to cross the ocean to try to reach Europe. They die in the ocean, but in the future, they will not cross because they will come to our palaces to seek their daily sustenance. As for Burkina Faso, Hadi, today we have been facing for more than 8 years the most barbaric, the most violent form of neo-colonialism, of imperialism. Slavery still tends to impose itself on us. Our predecessors taught us one thing well. The slave who is not capable of assuming his revolt does not deserve to be pitied. We do not pity ourselves, and we do not ask for anyone to pity us. The Burkinabe people have decided to fight against the terrorists in order to revive their development. In this struggle, brave peoples, courageous populations have committed to taking up arms against terrorism, those whom we have affectionately called the VDP, the volunteers. We are surprised to see the imperialists label these VDP as militias and all sorts of names. It's disappointing, because in Europe, when people take up arms to defend their homeland, they are called patriots. Our grandfathers were deported to save Europe. It was not with their consent, against their will. And indeed, upon their return, we remember well that in Traoré, when they wanted to claim their basic rights, they were massacred. So it doesn't matter then. When we, the people, decide to defend ourselves, we are labeled as a militia. But that is not the problem. The problem is seeing African heads of state who bring nothing to these people who are fighting. Yet they echo the same as the imperialists by labeling us as a militia, by calling us men who do not respect human rights. What human rights are we talking about? We are outraged by this, and it is shameful. We African heads of state must stop behaving like puppets that dance every time the imperialists pull the strings. Yesterday, President Vladimir Putin announced the sending of grains to Africa. We are very pleased. We thank him for that, but also it is a message sent to our African heads of state, because at the next forum, we should not come here without having ensured, for those who do not know war, the food self-sufficiency of our peoples. We must learn from the experience of those who have already achieved this in Africa, build good relationships here, and establish better relations with the Russian Federation to meet the needs of our populations. I may not be long, as the allotted time is very short. We are obliged to stop at some point, but I would like to conclude by saying that we must pay tribute to our peoples who are fighting. Glory to our peoples, dignity to our peoples, victory to our peoples, homeland or death, we shall overcome. Thank you, comrade.